What's up, guys? It's episode 341. Welcome back to the show.
Never slow up, no, I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Okay, I need to decide before I get into this engagement story episode whether or not I'm gonna wear these glasses or not. I know this is like Jacqueline just start the episode, but I hate my makeup. I hate my eye makeup. I went too heavy and I hate how it looks without the glasses, and these are kind of like a push-up bra for my fucking face. They're literally not even real. They don't even have lenses, but I don't know what to do. I mean, I can't ask for your feedback because this isn't live, but I think we're going to do glasses for the engagement episode. Here we go. Okay. So, hi, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the show. It's been a while. This is obviously a very exciting episode. I can't wait to tell you my engagement story and answer all of your questions. So, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcast, Stitcher Breaker, wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Holy shit. And breaking news. Okay, breaking news. Patreon is going to actually be worth the money now. Okay, patreon.com/tjms is actually going to be worth your $5 a month. Okay. Corey and I are making couple vlogs exclusively for Patreon. We already started recording, and yeah. So if you want to watch the behind the scenes of our lives, we're going to post a lot of different videos on there. There's also going to be bonus episodes. We're going to do 2 extra podcasts a month on Patreon and a vlog. So if you want to subscribe, it's patreon.com/tjms. And yeah, that's something to look forward to in June. That's when the first vlog's going to come out, again, exclusively on Patreon. It's like I get engaged and I'm like, okay, time to get my shit together. No, I'm kidding. There is something about being engaged though, and I didn't expect this, where I feel like I need to fucking, like, I feel like it immediately made me feel grown up, and I need to like go harder, do more, be better, like level up. So we literally laid in bed for what's today? Today's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. We laid in bed for like an hour and a half brainstorming content ideas and like a content schedule for Patreon. Like, and I'm like, fuck it, we just need to do this. We need to commit to this. So yeah, it's been fun. We've been vlogging, and yeah, check it out. Patreon.com/tjms. The content will start rolling out in June. Can't believe it's already June. I think that's it. Make sure you review the show if you like this episode. If you want to review the show on Spotify or Apple, that'd be great. Cool. Let's get into it. I'm going to answer your questions. I don't want to delay any longer. I'm engaged. Let's talk about it. So I did a Q&A on my Instagram, and the number one question I got is, how did he propose? Like, what's the story of the engagement? So I'm going to walk you through the trip we took to Catalina Island and how it all unfolded. And I'm going to start with our anniversary. So Corey and I met a year ago on May 17th. That's our anniversary of the day we met. So earlier that week before he proposed, it's been what, a week now? It happened on Saturday. It's Monday. It's been a week and a couple days. Yeah, it's kind of it's a blur. Let me just say, I'll start off by saying that my life right now feels like a blur. It feels surreal. I feel like I'm tripping. I'm on drugs. Like, I can't explain it. And my favorite thing, I'm going to just start off saying this about the ring. My favorite fucking thing ever about being engaged is that I'll be like doing the dishes. I'll be, I don't know, like putting laundry away or just like walking the dogs or something. And I'll forget about the ring. I won't really think about it. And then all of a sudden I'll see it and I'm like, holy fuck. And I just stop and stare. I can't stop looking at it. But it's whenever I like forget about it, I'm just like living, and then I notice it. I'm like, what the fuck? So that's been really fun. And anyways, our anniversary was on like the Tuesday of the week he proposed. I surprised him with a bedroom full of balloons, rose petals. I blew up. It literally took me all day. And I got lightheaded. Like I forgot to eat breakfast, of course, after my workout. I just went straight to blowing up balloons all day. And he walked home or walked in the door from work, and because he walked home. Anyways, he was surprised by my happy anniversary thing. Okay, little did I know he was going to propose on Saturday. So, you know, I got him like cupcakes and champagne, and we had a little thing there. It was great. All over the bed. I had like, I got him these matching hoodies for us. Anyways, that was Tuesday. And the plan, so he told me about a month ago, maybe a little longer. He goes, mark your calendars for the end of May. We're going to Catalina Island for our anniversary. So I was like, oh, great. I've never been. If you're not familiar, Catalina Island's this beautiful little like island tucked away off the coast of, what is it? Long Beach. If you shoot out from Long Beach, you hit Catalina Island. It's a really cool little like weekend getaway spot. Kind of looks like you're in, I mean, it's nothing compared to Italy, but I think they say like the little cove where the boats are and the houses all kind of tucked into the side of the cliff look kind of like, what is it? Positano? What's that city in Italy? I don't know. It kind of looks like it looks like you're in Europe a little bit. So, he's like, yeah, mark your calendars. We're going to Catalina for our anniversary. I'm like, great. So I've never been. And I remember maybe 3 years ago or something, I heard about Catalina. I was like, oh, this is cool. And I looked at Google image pictures, and that's it. So my plan before the trip was to go in blind. Before, I wasn't looking at our hotel. I wasn't looking at stuff to do there. I wasn't looking at anything. So, and I didn't really understand that there's a ferry ride where you don't even bring your car. So that all kind of happened the day of. I realized, oh, we're walking everywhere. Like, this is a small place. Anyways, so I go in blind. I go in completely surprised. I told him that. I said, I don't want to know anything we're doing. He goes, do you want to pick out the restaurants and stuff? And I was like, no. And, but here's what happened. On the morning we drove to the ferry in Long Beach, we were kind of talking about the trip, and he goes, you want to be completely surprised, right? And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, I feel like you're going to want to be prepared for this one thing, because I know you and you'll thank me that I told you ahead of time. Just trust me. And knowing Corey and knowing how he is, he never steers me in the wrong direction. He's always looking out for me. He always, keeps my little, he keeps my happiness in mind and doesn't want me to be like miserable. So he goes, tomorrow we're having a photographer follow us around the city, and he's gonna take video of us and pictures. And he sold it to me like, and I'm like, what? I was like, are you gonna I immediately was like, are you proposing to me? And he just brushed off. He goes, no. Just so cool. Literally, he just brushed off. I didn't even think twice. I didn't even question it. He goes, oh, it's our anniversary. I think we should have nice couple pictures together. Like, I know you like having nice photos. Like, I thought it'd be fun. I know you've never done a photo shoot before. I literally have never had my pictures professionally taken. So he sells it. That's it. End of conversation. We pull up to the ferry place. We get on the boat. We go to Catalina. I'm like in awe when we show up. It's like Jurassic Park. It was foggy. The weather was cloudy the entire time. But yeah, you roll up to the island and it starts appearing, and it was sick. I don't know if anyone listening's ever been there, but yeah, it's like the perfect little romantic weekend getaway spot. I'm so far away from the proposal. Why don't I just speed up to that? I mean, because that's the question the person asked. And I have a lot of like wedding questions and funny questions. Anyways, so we show up, we go to our hotel. We show up in the morning. Literally, okay, it's 11 a.m. And we go to this little like beach tiki bar place, and immediately start drinking margaritas. Next thing we know, we're at that same restaurant for 4 or 5 hours continuing to drink margaritas. I think we had like a little chicken appetizer thing. And then we went to another bar called the Foxy Hound, or no, the Naughty Fox. It's called the Naughty Fox there. We went to a second bar, continued to drink margaritas. And it was basically a day drinking Friday when we showed up. Just talking. We spent literally 8 hours talking. And it's funny. One thing I remember the day before he proposed on that day is, I think I said this on the ferry or something. I don't know. But I was telling him how when I hang out with him, when I'm at the house, when I'm, traveling, whatever, I literally feel like I'm hanging out with myself. It sounds kind of weird to say, but it's a guy. Like whenever he's in the other room, it's like weird. If he's in the bathroom and I'm in the living room, it's just like, oh, I'm in there, but it's him. But we're just so fucking similar. It's so comforting, or like just being in his presence feels so calming, comforting. I don't feel like I have to change or do anything different ever, or like be any different than I am. And yeah, so I literally was telling him about this like the day before he proposed. I don't know. We always talk about a relationship and our little like friend, like best friend dynamic and how we are. And anyways, so we show up. There's really nothing to do in Catalina other than like, because you can't really swim or lay out because of the clouds. We could have ziplined. We could have fucking taken a golf cart around and I don't know. We decided to sit at the restaurants, these 2 different places, and drink margaritas until they were like, this is what happened. He kept ordering them. And it is what it is. Like I keep talking about alcohol on this fucking podcast. Over the last maybe 10 episodes, I've been talking about it. I'm still in my drinking era. It is what it is. Whatever. But we ended up drinking. It got to the point where he kept ordering them, and I'm drinking one that's like all the ice is melted. It's like syrupy. I'm still not talking about the engagement. I apologize. Skip ahead. I will get to the story of how he did it. Fuck. It's getting to the point where the one I'm drinking is like ice is melted, lukewarm. I'm drinking some sort of syrup they poured into it. It's just, and then there's a fresh one sitting next to it. So I'm like halfway done with this lukewarm bullshit, and I'm drinking a new one, and it's just the cycle continued. We ended up talking. We brainstormed a business idea. Okay. And we literally wrote up, or in our heads, we didn't write it down. He told me to write it down. I did not, but I still know what we're going to do. We're literally talking about a business plan. And anyways, so that's the day before he proposed. The next day is when the photo shoot was, going down, and I woke up and we're hungover as shit. We go get some pancakes at this place called the Pancake Cottage. I think I got like a breakfast sandwich. He got some huevos rancheros. He said that's his favorite breakfast, and I looked at it and it looked like shit, like actual shit. And I was like, what's with this beans and like tortilla on like the eggs? I don't know. It didn't look good on the plate. Probably tasted good, but we got blueberry pancakes. I got a breakfast sandwich, coffee. This whole time, this is what's such a mindfuck. This whole time he knows he's going to propose to me that day. So that's my favorite thing to think about, is this whole time, like we're on the ferry going over there, when we're in the car, this whole week, when he walked in to my balloon extravaganza, I should insert a picture. Like I went fucking hard with the balloons. It looks like, it kind of looked like a high school, like homecoming. You know how guys ask girls to homecoming and shit? That's kind of what I did to him for our anniversary. Like, it was pretty like middle school, high school level decor, but just thinking about how he walked into that, totally surprised because I didn't tell him, any hints about our anniversary, anything I was going to do. Like I kind of played it off like I'm not going to do shit. I was like, oh, are we going to go to dinner or whatever? And, so then that week, like when he walked in, that he knows like, oh, on Saturday I'm going to propose to her, and like, look at this nice thing she did for me. Like, oh my God, my life is perfect. I have the best girlfriend, future fiance ever. Like, I don't know. I just get all giddy thinking about how we both surprise each other in the same week like that. Cool. Right. So we're eating pancakes, we're drinking coffee, we're hungover as shit. I know that. And also I'm puffy. Okay. I'm puffy. And I know I got this photo shoot to look cute for. And I'm not excited at the fact that I'm puffy. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go home after these pancakes. I'm going to take a cold shower. Am I talking too fast? I'm going to take a cold shower. and I'm going to snatch my face and my hair, and we're going to do this photo shoot. Well, this is not an important detail, but I'm going to tell you anyways. The shower wouldn't get cold enough, and I was kind of pissed, and I couldn't find ice to ice my face. So we just went in. We went in with the contour as hard as possible. I mean, the pictures are on my Instagram. I looked fine. They all turned out. Okay, it's fine. But I was kind of like, oh, shit, I wish I could have saunaed or something. Because you know when you drink, you day drink all day or drink at night, whatever. You wake up the next day, you're all puffy. It's like, fuck, you know? Just wish I could have saunaed a little bit. But yeah. So the funny story is we're still not at the engagement part. But what, you know, this is very on brand of me. Giving you all the details that you don't want before the details you do want, because I'm a storyteller and this is what I fucking do. I got to set you up for this proposal. Okay. This whole pre-proposal story is important to understand, you know, okay, how special the proposal was. So I got this outfit about a week or two before. He actually picked it out for me. It's this place here in San Diego called Bobby Rocco. And his mom got me a gift card for Christmas to Bobby Rocco. We always joke about it. And I haven't used it, but like a week before he proposed, we waltz in there. He's like, Jacqueline, let's buy you an outfit for Catalina. Like, come on, like there's cute stuff here. This is perfect. Like he's kind of pushing this on me. So I walk out of the dressing room in this like green 2-piece set. It's like this floral print, like green crop top tie back thing. And these kind of like flowy pants. And I walk out and he just gasped. He's like, holy shit. And I just knew like, okay, I'm getting this outfit for Catalina. That's what I wore to the photo shoot. And the detail that's very key, I wish I had it next to me here. Let me see if I can reach for it. Well, fuck it, whatever. The detail that's key for you to know is that I did not have my nails painted. My nails look like I just got done doing construction on a fucking doghouse or some shit in the backyard. I don't know. That's the only thing I could come up with in my head. Like, that's not that hardcore. Construction on like a high rise in the city. Fucking, my cuticles are fucked. My nails look like they're crusty, crackly, like dirt under them. Like my nails look so bad. And 10 minutes before we leave to the photo shoot, I grab my little Wet n Wild fast drying red nail polish. I look at Corey and I go, do you think I should paint my nails? Like, I was like, they look really bad. Do you think it'll look better if they're just like natural? Because it's my outfit's green, but this is red. Like, I don't want it to look like Christmas. I think this might clash. He's like, because he looked at my toes and my toes were red. And he goes, oh no, you should do it. It'll match your toes. Literally, this man, Corey could tell me anything. And I'm like, yes, that makes sense. You're right. That's a good point. The thing he always tells me, and it's so true. It's almost like annoying. Like, not that I'm marrying a perfect person, but I kind of fucking am. Like, he's just with it. He gets it. He makes sense. He's logical, rational. He really keeps me like going in the right direction. So he's like, Jacqueline, yeah, we have time. Like, no rush. It'll match your toes. So I'm sitting there like for 10 minutes painting my nails. Thank God. Okay. Because if you saw my before nails, fuck. Like if this photographer was taking pictures of my ring and everything like he eventually did with my crusty ass nails, I would have been pissed. And anyways, so that's the last thing I did. And getting to the proposal story, stay with me. We walk out of our hotel room down into the lobby. This guy approaches us. His name was Andrew. And he's our photographer, shakes our hand. He's like, okay, like, you know, he's kind of like walking me through like, okay, this is where we're going to go. This is what we're going to do. And yeah, he starts taking video of us walking in the city, holding hands. Like he takes us up this ridge really slowly. Like the whole point, this is what I didn't know, is that Corey wanted to propose at a high place looking at the water, you know, overlooking all the boats that were in the marina there. So, I also have a bad leg. This is just a fun detail. Like I popped a hamstring. I like ruptured something in my hamstring about a month ago. I think I talked about it on my last episode. So I'm waddling. Okay. I'm not in the best shape for walking up this hill in heels. And I was a trooper. I made it happen. I was like, I want these photos to look sick. I don't care. I'll go to the highest peak. Fuck. I don't, you know, I'm in. Okay. Like I'm a supermodel today. This is what we're doing. So like, fuck it. So I got the worst blisters after all of this, by the way. Holy shit. I'm still scarred from them. So we, waltz up this ridge, and you could probably picture where this is going. But there's some fun little stories to tell along the way. We're going up this ridge, and he's stopping us. He's posing us. We're, like, it's a lot of like me, like leaning on Corey, looking at him, smiling, like pretending to have fun, even though we weren't. No, I'm kidding. Even though we were sweaty. And I feel bad. So Corey, this is what was weird. Okay. And I wasn't thinking this before he left the hotel room. So I had a purse, and I had like a brush in it, a little brush. I had powder for my face. I think, just like a couple little things to touch myself up if I needed. And then I had this long, like black pea coat thing, just to cut, to wear over it. And Corey brought his big tactical black backpack. And I'm thinking, okay, Corey's in his outfit. Now I'm looking at this like, what the fuck was in there? Why did he need his whole backpack? Like, but then he told me, this is what he's so smart, and he sells everything to me. We have this Polaroid camera. So Corey goes, oh, he's like, I'm going to bring the Polaroid camera. I'm going to throw out my backpack. I was like, cool, done. Didn't even think twice. The whole time the fucking ring's in the backpack. All right. So, I feel like I need to make this I want to make this long, but I literally kicked him out of the house today. We went to the gym. I'm like, okay, after the gym, I need a podcast. And he's like, okay, when you're done with your hair and makeup, I'll leave. And I was like, he's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, he's like, where should I go? What should I do? Because it's Memorial Day. It's like, he's not working or anything. And I was like, Corey, you should go buy me something and surprise me. He's like, it's on your hand, Jacqueline. It's on your hand. It was funny. So I don't know where he's at right now. I think he might be at a golf store, or like maybe he's shopping somewhere for like a Memorial Day, flash sale fucking at a furniture store. Who knows? But yeah, I feel bad. I'm like delaying this. I'm literally on the first question, but this is the most asked question. This is about, how did he propose? So this guy's taking photos of us. And Corey couldn't wear his backpack. This is what I was trying to get to. Corey couldn't wear his backpack in the pictures. I couldn't wear my pea coat. I didn't want to have my purse on me because it didn't really match. So this poor photographer's got his video camera, his like film camera, his other camera, Corey's backpack on. He looks like a goddamn pack mule or like a yak on fucking Everest, going up this hill taking pictures of us. Yeah, he's got my like coat slung over him, my purse across his. He goes, this is part of the job. This always happens when people bring stuff. It's fine. I'm used to this. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I just went with that. So yeah, the whole time the ring's in the fucking backpack, and this guy's an engagement wedding photographer. Him and Corey knew what was going on the whole time. I'm oblivious. So we get up pretty high now. This is where he proposed. We're at like the top next to this bell tower that kind of like overlooks Catalina Island. And I remember the photographer, there was like barbed wire in the background. He didn't want us to be there. So we like moved a little further, and these golf carts kept going by. Cause you have to understand, Catalina Island only allows, I think it's like 800 cars on the island. And then the other cars are golf carts. Like that's it. So people are in golf carts everywhere. That's how you get around. And the funny thing happened where like a caravan of like 20 golf carts went by, and we had to wait for them. I think they were on like a tour or something. And fucking this one guy passes in the golf cart, or like this group, and they go, congratulations. And they were like clapping for us. And a couple people were like, congrats. And I looked at Corey and I go, oh my God, that's so funny. They think we're engaged. And he goes, like, oh, that is funny. Literally 5 minutes later, he proposed to me. So, yeah, they finally all passed us, and the guy, or Andrew's taking photos of us, and it's like, okay, this is like, people aren't around now. Corey can finally fucking propose. We're at the best spot overlooking the island. Like, this is the moment. Now, this is the part where I literally like blacked out, and I only can really remember every detail when I close my eyes and like dream about it, because literally that night I spent the entire night not only feeling my ring, making sure it was still on my finger, like when we went to bed that night, I was like constantly making sure it was still in my hand. And I kept replaying his proposal to me. So thank God our photographer started doing video. So how Corey proposed. And one of the questions was, were there any awkward moments during the proposal? So that's a good question, because I'll get to that. I don't really, he wasn't a man of like many words. This wasn't like a big speech to me. Like, you know, this wasn't a drawn out like profession of his love or anything. It was just very short and sweet, and it happened so fast. I literally blacked out. I was like in shock. It was so many emotions happening all at once. And here's how it happened. So Andrew's taking pictures. I think I'm just like leaning on Corey. The water's in the background. And Corey goes, what did he say? Here's what he said. He goes, I'm like, you know, looking at him, smiling, doing our pictures. And he goes, we're actually here for another reason, Jacqueline. I need to go get something out of my backpack. Something along those lines. He's like, he broke away from me. He's like, he goes, Jacqueline, there's also another reason we're here. And I just froze. I knew immediately. Literally, as soon as he said that, he started walking towards his backpack. That's kind of like the awkward part, because he's like, if I had it in my pocket, you would have seen it. It would have been obvious. Like, so we had to go like unzip the backpack on the back of the guy, our photographer. He's like, Jacqueline, we're actually here for another reason. I have to get something in my backpack. I just fucking love this. And he goes into the backpack, unzips the box. He starts walking towards me, and I think he's like, Jacqueline, like, this past year with you has been the best year of my life. You're my best friend. I'm in love with you. You're amazing. Blah, blah. He's like, I love you so much. Blah, blah, blah. You're the woman of my dreams. All this shit. He's like professing. Then he started talking. He goes, will you marry me? Gets down on one knee and pops open the box. And I was like, yes. Like, I don't even know what happened. I just remember like looking. He opened the box. I literally like stomach drop, heart sank. I was just like in shock. I was like, yes, hug, kiss. This is all in video. I'm going to probably post on my Instagram when the video comes out. But I was just so giddy and happy. And the awkward moment. So I have this ring. I wish I brought it for the podcast today. Hold on. I have this special emerald that I always wear that my aunt gave me. And I always wear it on my ring finger. So during the photo shoot, I had my emerald on, and it's kind of like it was a wedding ring. So like, I don't know. It's like a special ring. Anyways, so he had to take off my emerald before he put on my engagement ring. So it was like taking off one, putting on another. And I think he told me after, he's like, yeah, when you were getting ready and I saw you put the ring on, I was like, damn it. Cause you know, he had to take it off anyways. So he puts the ring on, and I couldn't even, I was like, I thought I'd be a crier. I thought I'd start bawling or something, but I think I was just like, I think the word is like, I was just so like in shock and just like giddy and like happy. And I think I tried crying, but I was laughing at the same time. Like all of my emotions bubbled up, and I think my body just like, it was insane, because I think what happens is it's such a huge life moment. And then after I was like, oh my God, can we go do that again? I was like, oh my God, that happened so fast. Like I was like, oh my God, thank you for putting this on video. Like I can't wait to rewatch this over and over and over again. But yeah, that's the only thing about getting engaged is like, or in my experience, it happens so fast. Like, yes, there is this build up. We're walking up the mountain. We're taking photos. It's very intimate. It's very cool. It's very romantic. We're looking at this beautiful, you know, ocean and city. But the proposal itself happened so fast. And yeah, and then we just kept taking pictures. And then I had the ring on. I was doing all the poses, you know. Let me get into, so that's how he proposed. We had a photographer follow us up a mountain, taking quote unquote anniversary couple pics. That's what Corey told me. And it turned out to be proposal engagement photos. And Corey had to take it out of his backpack. But I told him something I want to tell you, because I don't know if any other girls out there who've been proposed to get this or agree with it, but, and when I was replaying it in my sleep that night, like, I love thinking about this. Okay, this is what I'm getting to. Corey proposing to me is the hottest thing he has ever fucking done. The hottest thing I have ever seen him do in my life. The way, and you know what it was? The way he walked away from me to get the ring, how commanding it was, how confident, how much he was like, yeah, bitch, I'm making you mine. I'm putting this ring on your finger right now, and you don't even know it. It's like all of this shit's happening and I have no clue. It's like, it was so hot. Just like the way he went to his bed, so stupid. Like the way he went to the backpack to get the ring. I just love that's in a backpack. Like, fuck. We laugh about it. It's fine. It's not like but I think it was like when he goes, Jacqueline, there's another reason we're here. I have to go get something. That was the hottest part. I was like, oh, because I knew he's going to propose. And I tell him that like every day since we've been engaged, I'm like, literally hottest thing you've ever done. I can't wait to watch this on video over and over again. And he's all nervous. He's telling me, he's nervous. Someone, I remember another question. They asked me if Corey practiced proposing before the proposal. I think that's what they asked. Yeah. They're like, one question was, did he get down on one knee? Yes. Did Corey practice proposing before, or did he wing it? He said he wung it. And I mean, that's totally him. Like, I mean, do guys like prepare a speech or something, or like think about what they're going to say? I guess. I feel like it's more from the heart if it's off the cuff and they're just like, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to get into some other questions so I can kind of move things along now that you know the proposal story and how it happened. Here's a quick question. What was your favorite part of the proposal? All of it. Like, I don't know. I think my favorite part was just Corey proposing to me. Like, basically what I just said. And just how surprised I was. But let me just tell you another part of getting engaged, or like the after. So we got engaged, we took the photos. It's like, then what? Okay, my immediate thought is I need to call everyone. I need to tell everyone. I need to like profess this to everyone, like, oh my God, we're engaged. So I immediately try to call my mom. I FaceTime her, no answer. She gets a text, or I text her like, no, she was on a plane on the way to Vegas. So she's like, can't talk. I'm on a plane right now. I was like, okay. This whole time she knows. Okay, she knows what's going on. There's another reason she knows what's going on that I'll get to. Another surprise. So I FaceTime my mom, doesn't work. I'm like, oh, she's traveling. She's going to Vegas. She's got this convention thing she's doing. I get it. Okay. So then I FaceTime my brother, no answer. And I text him. I was like, Robert, FaceTime me back or whatever. Like, I need to tell you something. Eventually we talk, but my sister picks up. She's the one we get a hold of first. And I was just like so nonchalant. I'm like laying in the hotel bed and Corey's with me, and she goes, hey, like, how's Catalina? Like, what's up? And she's talking about her day. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, what have you guys been up to? And I'm like, oh, we've been like, I don't know. We just like day drank all day, had some margaritas. We've been, chilling. And I was like, Corey got me this new ring. That's how I told her. I was so like dumb. I was like, yeah, Corey got me this new ring. And she's like, are you fucking with me right now? Or something like that. She's like, is this a joke? Is that real? She's like, ugh. And then we started talking about it. And then I told her a story. Anyway, so I FaceTime my sister. Later that night, I FaceTime my brother, and his girlfriend knew. Like, when I texted him, like, Robert, just FaceTime me for a couple minutes. I have to tell you something. His girlfriend knew that we're engaged. Like, she just knew based off of me, because why else would I say that? So I told him, and then I still couldn't get a hold of my mom, and I was like, oh fuck, this is kind of annoying. Like, she's the one I want to talk to the most right now. So anyways, I forget, we went out to dinner that night. We ended up leaving the next day. This is interesting. So Saturday night, the day he proposed, We go out to dinner. And then while we were getting ready for bed, he's like looking at ferry times, and he's like, Jacqueline, I think I'm going to try to get us on an earlier ferry. I have some stuff to get done when I get home. I just would rather get home earlier than later. And I was like, he had some business stuff he was doing there that, like on the side, and I like phone calls and shit. I was like, oh, okay. For sure. Like I'm not itching to stay here. I mean, there's literally like, it's a weekend thing. Like after a couple days there's not a lot more to do. So, and I'm engaged, and I'm just like, I'm with you. I'll do whatever you want, honey. Okay. So the next morning, so we're all packed and everything the night before. The next morning, I think we woke up at 6 a.m. The earliest ferry left at like 7:30, and we book it. And we both get up early. I'm hardy. He's like, I really want to make sure we get this first ferry. I was like, okay. Not even thinking twice about it. I'm like, oh, he's got shit to do when he gets home. So anyways, we book it to the ferry with our luggage through the city, and then we change our tickets, and he was all nervous. He was really, really worried, and I didn't know at the time why. He was really worried that we weren't going to be able to change our ticket to an earlier time, and he thought he was so like, he was rushing. He was getting there so quick. We were there like an hour before it left, and long story short, we get the earlier ferry. We get on the ferry. We head home. We get home. And the first thing I say when I get out of the car, like in the car on the way home, I was like, okay, so, because we were going to go over to his parents' house, get the dog, see the parents, talk about being engaged and everything. I was like, okay, before we go to your parents, I want to FaceTime my mom. And I'm walking outside with Corey go into the house. And I'm literally saying, okay, I'm going to FaceTime my mom when we get inside, and I'm going to say, hi mom, I want to introduce you to someone. I have someone new to introduce you to. And I was going to say, this is my fiance Corey. Something fucking cheesy like that. Literally, I say, my fiance Corey. I keep walking like 2 steps. There's my mom. Pops out behind the mailbox in San Diego to surprise me. He set that up. She flew here for the day. And I think back to the question, what was my favorite part of the proposal? That surprise was pretty special, because I was feeling like, oh, fuck, I want to tell my mom. Like, I can't wait to tell her. She knew the whole time, like she's in on this. Of course she, so we ended up going over to his parents' house, and we had like a brunch his mom made, and it was amazing. That's how like the rest of the weekend ended. And yeah, but when she popped out, I was like, he pulled it off. Every part of the proposal, the engagement, everything, the whole weekend, he pulled it off flawlessly. He's like, is there anything else you think I should? I'm like, shut the fuck. I'm like, this entire thing was a dream come true. Like, I think, first of all, something I want to tell you about myself. This is like a side story within the podcast, is probably the most, annoying pick me girl thing I do, or the most pick me thing about me, is that like pick me, I don't know if you know what that is at this point. I think do we all know what that means, being a pick me girl? Okay, I joke about all the time here, like how I'm a pick me girl and I'm unapologetic about it, and look at me, I got picked. Okay, I'm fucking engaged. All right, someone picked me, whatever. So the most pick me thing about me, in my opinion, is the fact that I've never looked at engagement rings in my life. I've never dreamt about my wedding. I have no image in my head about what my wedding dress is going to look like. I never had that dream. I've never known anything. So I think what's been kind of fun about this experience is that every step of the way, it's been brand new to me. I've never, like, now I get to dream about it. Now I get to think about it. Now I get to be excited about it. But like engagement rings, for example, I didn't know I didn't know what a cushion cut was. Now I know everything about engagement rings, because I've been like I've been seeing people's hands. I've been looking things up. I've been noticing, like, because now I have one. I want to kind of know about them. So yeah, but is that annoying, or like, because I always hear about like girls dreaming of their wedding day and like their dress and it's like, that's never been me. I don't know why. I think my sister's a little different. We've talked about weddings in the past, or like, she knows everything about rings. I'm like, I don't know shit, but I just know this thing's fucking sweet. That's a tacky question a lot of people asked, by the way. People want to know, insert the question, I guess in this part of the episode, the tacky question that, and I get it, everyone or a handful of people ask is, how many carats is your ring? How big is the ring? So I told you it's a cushion cut, which means, I don't know, it's a cushion cut with a halo, and I don't know what the band, if there's diamonds on the band, which I love. I see a lot of rings now where the band is like gold and it's just one rock, or it's just like no diamonds on the band. And I love how it's sparkly from like every side. Anyways, how many carats is my ring? And I think that's kind of tacky to ask. Like, I don't know anything about rings, so I had to like learn all this after the fact. It's more than 3 carats, less than 5. Okay, figure it out. I'll show you the ring on camera. Go to YouTube to watch, or Spotify. Okay, depending on how long I sat in the sauna, the ring looks bigger or smaller. How much water weights out of my body, the ring looks, the skinnier I get, the bigger my ring looks, bitch. I can't wait to shred for the wed. Okay, I was actually joking with Corey. I was like, that's such a stupid joke, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Like, getting fat right now. Anyways, more than 3, less than 5. There's your answer. What was I talking about? Oh, my mom's surprise showing up. Me not having like big dreams about my wedding. So people want to know wedding details. That's another common question. Like, have you thought of your wedding yet? Or like the theme, or, where's the wedding? When's the wedding? The big question is, when's the wedding? You get engaged. That's the first question you're inundated with, is like, when's the wedding? When's the wedding? Now, let me just say something about being a newly engaged woman. And maybe it's my personality. I just hate when people ask me shit about the wedding. Like, I get it. Like, I understand where people are coming from, but what I don't want is, I just want to enjoy being engaged. I just want to enjoy this moment. I told Corey this. I said, I know people mean well. I know they want to start this process with me and like get things going and start planning. It's like, yes, I've downloaded all the wedding apps. Yes, I've already started thinking about it. I already have the location decided. We've already got some basics down about the wedding. But like, I told him, I said, I just really want to chill right now. Just breathe, like take a big deep breath and just enjoy being engaged for like at least a month or so. Please. And he's not pressuring. No one's pressuring me. It's just like the chatter around people like asking already and mentioning and suggesting, and then like it's I don't know why. I would rather come to the people for that. Like, if I have a question or if I need advice, or I'd rather come to them, but it's just the the unsolicited advice already. And I'm like, it's been a week since I've been engaged. So that's something I wasn't prepared for. And I think a lot of people would relate to that just got engaged. But yeah, like, when's the wedding? Oh yeah, the question is like, when's the wedding? What are your wedding plans? So like I said, I didn't really have a dream of like, oh, I want to be in the south of France with fucking, I don't know, I could never do that anyways. I think, first of all, weddings are so goddamn expensive for what? Like, it's a day. It's not about anyone but you two. Like, I want it to be more intimate and small. So as of now, and this is subject to change because I haven't really started my Pinterest board yet and looked at I haven't really dreamt up my ideal situation for my wedding yet. I've just kind of gotten suggestions. My current plan is a small, intimate ceremony, like not at a church, which I just talked to a nice lady in the sauna this morning. She's older. She's been married for 45 years. We talked about my engagement. It was the best little conversation ever. She started putting in my head a little Catholic wedding, and I grew up Catholic. I've been in a lot of Catholic churches. They're beautiful. I think, you know, that used to be, if I had a dream, I think it would be when I was younger. I think I always thought, oh, I'll get married in a church. It'll be a Catholic wedding. But now that all these years have gone by and I don't really go to church anymore, like, it's not, and Corey's, it's not really his thing. I don't know. We're thinking of a small ceremony. Okay, this cut to the chase. And then a sick party. Like, the wedding, like, party is the big kahunga. It's all about that, not the ceremony, not the wedding and all that pomp and circumstance. We'd rather make that small and intimate with just people like we want there, just like a little group. And then his best friend's going to officiate the wedding. We've already decided that, and he's already said yes. So that's great. Yeah. So little ceremony, big party, call it a day, fly to Tokyo for the honeymoon. That's what we're thinking. We've talked Tokyo. We've talked Bali. I think it'd be sick to go somewhere that's out of this world, different than what we're used to in like Europe or like Mexico, like places we've already been. So somewhere in Asia would be cool. Africa. I don't know. It's just something that's not for our honeymoon. I'm talking about our honeymoon. Yeah. So that's kind of what we talked about so far. What else on this question list? Does that kind of clear up like type of wedding, theme? He's mentioned like more of a country vibe wedding, like an abandoned barn wedding type vibe. And where I come from, that's what everybody does in Mount Vernon, Washington. I feel like all the wedding pics around there are like bridesmaids in cowboy boots, like barns, fucking, you know, barbed wire and shit around the wine glasses and fucking, oh yeah, it's like mason jars and like nothing wrong with that. I don't know. Like I think I'm going to be you know what? I'm going to be a bridezilla. I'm going to fucking call it now. I just know that people are already starting to get under my nerves a little bit about suggesting what I should fucking do. And I got to shut that shit down. I should do like this sounds so, here's what it is. Now I'm sounding like a bee. Okay. When you're proposed to, we've been together for a year. Okay. I knew Corey said, I'll never forget, as like, maybe it was a joke at the time, literally a weekend, he's like, I'm going to marry you. And like, I felt the same way. Like, it was a very apparent thing that we're it, bitch. We're in this. We're supposed to be together. We're like twin, whatever they call it, flame souls. Like I said, he's like me, but in a man's body. Like I said on my podcast, this is like another tangent, but I just remember saying back when I was down and out during the pandemic, I was talking about my life. I was talking about how I wanted to live every day, because something that has been ingrained in me from a young age, from someone, like literally someone that came to my classroom in like third grade, and said this, something that's been ingrained is, don't ask yourself, what do you want to be when you grow up? They said, ask yourself, how do you want to live? So from a young age, I've prioritized lifestyle. I've prioritized like when I wake up, what does my day look like? Where am I? What people are around me? What am I doing? Like, what is my lifestyle? Right. And I remember when I was really down and out podcasting during the pandemic, I literally said, I was like, all I want to fucking do for the rest of my life is fuck around, laugh super hard until it like hurts, and have fun. Like every single day, I want to have a hard belly laugh. I want to have a good time. I want to laugh. That's all I like to do. I don't take life seriously. Clearly, like, you know, you see me on this podcast, like it's hard for me to take anything seriously. You know, I have, you know, my past was not, I have a traumatic childhood. Okay. I'm not blaming my child on anything. I'm not saying like, you know, I'm whatever. I feel like in my life, when I look, I'm 28. So when I look backwards, a lot of my life was dark, heavy, depressing, sad, blah, blah, blah. So during the pandemic, I was in the lowest point, honestly, in my 20s so far, maybe in my life. Like, that was a dark place I was in, but I was trying to podcast and get through it, and it actually fucking healed me and worked. I just said, like, all I want to do is laugh and have a good time, and literally, like, joke around all day and be with, I guess what I was manifesting was Corey, like a joke machine. I want to live with a joke machine that makes me die laughing, like where your abs hurt at 5:30 in the morning when your Alexa just sent off the alarm and you're both like in bed waiting, you know, trying to get up to go to the gym, and he's in your ear saying some stupid shit making you die laughing. Like, literally, I just put that out there, right? It's something that I realized, like, okay, we have one life. If I could laugh that hard every single day, what a great life that would be. And I fucking have it, you know, and I get to spend the rest of my life with this man. And I mean, it's gotten so bad. He's made me laugh so fucking hard that I've almost shit myself. Pissed myself absolutely many times. Shit myself, sharded, pretty close. Fuck, can't believe I'm saying that, but you know what I mean? So I just feel really lucky. I've always talked about that. And I think I decided, I don't know, maybe like 2 days ago when I knew I was going to record, I'm done trying to solve relationship issues in this world and relationship problems and dating. I'm done with the dating advice and all the stuff I've forced down your throat over the last like 10 episodes. Like, I got on a little fucking soapbox recently here where I'm like, everyone's doing it wrong. Everyone's shooting, all these millennial women and men are shooting themselves in the foot. They're being little idiots with how they're approaching dating and whatever. I said all this shit. And it's just like, look, not saying that I don't care anymore or that it's not important to me. I just realized everyone's on their own journey, and I kind of have this sick feeling that maybe what I'm observing and trying to solve is people that kind of like that lifestyle. I think there's a lot of our culture is now very selfish, or, you know, young people culture, fucking, why am I talking about this now and not my engagement story? And the questions you asked. But we're in a very selfish world now. People don't really give a fuck about like building a family and having a life like that. And I just don't think I think the highs and lows of dating someone and having all the hot and heavy emotions and like hooking up with a bunch of people and like, I think people like that lifestyle where it's like highs and lows all the time. And yeah, they're jaded and they're burned and they're hurt, and they think guys suck and guys think girls suck. They can't find a good woman. It's like this whole fucking circus out there. It's like, I think some people just, that's where they thrive, and that's just going to be their lifestyle, and they'll never settle down. They'll never figure it out. And I don't want to solve that. That's just, I think people's heads are just so fucking screwed up now, and their priorities are so backwards. And like, I mean, Corey and I talk about all the time. I'm sure we'll podcast about it for the Patreon, patreon.com/tjms coming next month. Yeah, I just like, what the fuck am I going to say? I met Corey on Hinge. We're a Hinge success story. Okay. I can't tell you how many people bitch about dating apps and Hinge and can't find any good people there or anywhere on dating apps. I'm like, look, I fucking got engaged to someone on it. Literally, like, we met on Hinge. The rest is history. Like, yeah. So I think some people figure it out. Some people don't. Some people get what I've said in the past is people don't even know what they want. And if they say, oh, I want to get married, I want to have a family someday, they're not really taking that seriously. They're still frolicking around and acting like they're 22 when they're 32. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, So done with the advice, done with all that soapbox shit I've been on recently. I'm engaged, bitch. I got to go to TJ Maxx and restock my redo my pantry. I got bigger. By the way, I just said that because something about getting a ring on your finger makes you want to get your shit together, like for real, and be a grown ass housewife woman who, what the fuck am I saying? I'm just on one right now. Like, I think it just made me feel like, first of all, so like the ring, okay, you know how people say, oh, the ring doesn't change anything, like it's not going to change. Obviously we're not changing how we treat each other. It's not going to change us as a couple. Like this is just a commitment thing. This is like a fuck yeah, we're doing life together thing. Like, you know, we're like fully committed to each other for life. That's what this means. Okay, we get that. But there is something about, I'm 28, I just got engaged, my like shit's together in my life for the most part, minus my content output, which I'm working on now because is that stupid? I'm like, I got engaged, it's time to be a content machine. How does that go together? I don't know. I just feel like it's a milestone in life. It's a big deal to me. I guess I just look at it like, I don't know. I went to TJ Maxx. I'm literally, here's what I want to tell you. This is what I want to tell you. I felt so different walking into TJ Maxx the other day now that I'm engaged, and I can't explain it. I think there's something about TJ Maxx that made me in the past feel like when I was single, I had my apartment, I'm decorating it. It was like a very like kind of depressing thing. Like I'm buying this tchotchke for me for my little 1-bedroom apartment with my dog. Meh. But now that I'm engaged, I'm like, and I live with Corey. We've been living together for like 6 months. I'm like, I walked in and I had no plans prior to that week, or, you know, I went there to buy bamboo lid clear glass pantry jars that like all the Kardashians have in their fucking pantries. I think they started it. I don't know. I think Kim started it. I had no intentions of like redoing the pantry here, but like now when I make decisions, when I do things, I'm like, it's for us, bitch. This is for our home. I'm a housewife now. This is for, I'm providing a home. Not that I haven't been doing that for the last 6 months, but now I'm like, I want to step it up. Okay. I'm looking at the decor and shit. I'm looking at the throw pillows for the couch. I'm like, should we freshen those up for spring? Like, do we need a new blanket for the bed? Like, I'm walking in there now as an engaged woman, just feeling, it's like something felt different. Okay. Before, TJ Maxx is like, I mean, I've been in a relationship for, it's been a year now with him, but like, I used to live at my own place. It's like you go in there for yourself. It's just kind of, I don't know. It feels gross. It feels like I'm just I'm overspending on bullshit that no one else is going to see but me in my little stupid apartment. But now it's like, fuck, this is for us. I get to redo the pantry. I get to surprise him with new little things. Oh, I surprised him with something new for our toothbrushes in the bathroom. I went to the bathroom section and I got this, because I'm sick of looking at cords. Okay. I'm sick of looking at cords. We have these electric toothbrushes we plug into the bathroom outlet. Jesus, I can't even say what it is. And I'm sick of looking at these charging stations and the cords. So I bought us, I'm like, you know that there's like this guy on TikTok and he's like the main character guy. He like goes into coffee shops. He impersonates like when you're on vacation and you bring a book and you go to the pool and he'll like waltz over there with a book and he'll like open the book and he just like, oh my God, everyone's looking at me. Like, you know, I don't know if you've seen this guy. He's hilarious. But I felt that way. I'm like in TJ Maxx, just like really pushing my cart to make sure, and always positioning my ring in the center, like really making sure everyone's, you know, like sees the bling, sees she's engaged, she's getting married, or what, she's married, I don't know, she's not. I just felt, it made me feel good about myself. I can't explain it. I'm literally like browsing through the bathroom supply section and I got this little like white like vase, tiny vase, it's not a vase, like toothbrush holder thing. And I'm literally thinking, I'm like, okay, this is how good Corey has it. I'm like, okay, both of our toothbrushes will fit in this. Now I know this is going to require, if we put these if we put our electric toothbrushes in this new container I'm getting, I know that they can't charge all day. So I'm like, fuck, you know what I'm going to do when Corey's at work? I'm going to charge her fucking toothbrushes. Like every, you know, maybe twice a week. He'll never see the cords. He'll never know that he'll never have to charge his toothbrush. It'll look nice on the counter in the bathroom. and all will be well. I'm literally like, this is what goes through my fucking mind. Now, honestly, he told me this. He's like, Jacqueline, like not a lot is gonna, there's not a lot. What did Jacqueline, get it out? Because I was telling him how grown I feel and how like, I don't know, like being engaged makes me feel like a grown ass woman for real. And he's like, Jacqueline, nothing's going to change. You're already great. You already do amazing things for the home. You already take care of me so well, blah, blah. But something about this now, I'm like, I want to step it up a notch, bitch. I'm going to fucking charge his toothbrush or like, I'm going to redo the pantry. I'm going to fucking get a new blanket for the, like, I just want to like go hard with the housewife shit now. It's like it's my fucking wheelhouse. I love it. Like I still stand by this. My favorite time of day, period, is, you know, I work from home. Corey works in an office, and we'll talk a few times during the day. He'll call me and we'll talk about like dinner. Like, what are we doing for dinner? And I love cooking dinner here. Now, I am blessed where I live to be close to a market where I can shop for groceries like within walking distance. So it's kind of fun because I don't have to like I do a big grocery shop at Costco, or like I'll go to Trader Joe's or whatever. But then throughout the week, if I want to like make something special for us, I'll go to the market, I'll get the little ingredients, and I'll walk back and cook it before he gets home, or like so it's ready when he gets home. That is my favorite fucking like part of the day, is like cleaning up the house. I know this is so dumb. I know, and this is also maybe pick me shit. But let me say this about being a woman, okay? Maybe call this societal conditioning, or what the fuck is it called? Programming, the patriarch conditioning me, or toxic I don't know. What the fuck? You know, Disney, call this all the, you know, 1950s, Leave It to Beaver, Joan Cleaver, fucking, what's the other example I could throw? The Brady Bunch. Call this all the shit that I've been exposed to in my life, influencing me. You know, fuck it. Call it my mom, call it my grandma, call it my aunts, call it all the people I've been around my whole life that do the same thing and seem to be, you know, fulfilled in their womanhood and in their lives. What am I saying? But there is something, if taking care of a home as a woman, like I don't know if this resonates. I love decorating. I love cleaning the house. I love cooking dinners. I love meal prepping, making the pantry cute. It's very cute now with these new fucking containers and the bamboo lids. Maybe I'll do a vlog on the Patreon. I'll do a section about the pantry for that so you can see it. It's like so soul fulfilling, and I'm so happy. I feel blessed. I don't know. Like, I get to do that and have a man to share my, like, the house with, and to, like, I'm looking forward. Another question. Sorry, I'm not doing the Q&A. Someone asked me, like, what are you looking forward to about getting married or, like, being married? And first of all, like, changing my name. I think my last name is going to be Siegel, like the bird, spelled differently. Like, obviously having kids, you know, I was dreaming, literally I have dreams like this morning, I don't know, like 4 a.m. when I usually remember my dreams. I'm like sitting next to Corey at a soccer game or some shit on the bleachers, and we're fucking besties. Like, I mean, Corey's, you know, we're having the funnest fucking time. We're watching our kid play soccer. I'm dreaming about this. Like, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to like doing all this stuff together as parents with our kids, and like buying a home, decorating it together, because we both like interior design. We have the same like taste, which is nice. And yeah, like doing all the, just being in the house all day and like taking care of shit, and he's off working and I'm, you know, I feel lucky that I get to do that in this life, and like that's what I wanted, and I'm, you know, it's all working out. But I don't know, I think everyone, and this is what back to what I said about like getting off my soapbox and cutting it out with the relationship advice. It's like unsolicited, like no one's asking, Jacqueline. Like, I just feel like I see people conducting themselves in such a jackass way now, dating or relationship wise, where I'm like, I just like, it's so like, I watch this podcast and this girl's getting interviewed and all of her advice is so toxic and so backwards. And I'm like, this is just like normal now. Why are we, it's like trendy to be toxic and treatment. Like, I don't know. But fucking lost my train of thought. I think this is going on too long. I told Corey 2 p.m. I have 30 minutes. But yeah, I was talking about, like what I'm looking forward to about being married. Anyways, fuck, I lost my train of thought. But, this is what I was going to say. What fulfills me might not fulfill you, might not fulfill the next person. And I think I assume what people want is what I want. And I think I have a problem. I tend to do that too much on here. And I know that that's not how life is. That's not, everyone's different. Everyone has a different dream, a different goal. When it comes to like their dating and relationship life and their family life and their future life, whether that looks like marriage or being single, having kids, not having kids, everyone's different. And I shouldn't assume that everyone wants the little fucking 1950s Leave It to Beaver fucking fairy tale that I have, because we are very traditional, very old school, me and Corey, and it works. What I am saying, I think if you want what I want, I just can't express to you how much it makes me happy and how fulfilling it is to be in the quote unquote housewife role and do all the traditional housewife shit for a man and with a man. I mean, it's a yin yang. I don't feel like I'm, exhausted. Now, people say, like, I watch all these TikToks and like new moms and like parents talking about parenting and moms talking about how, not only are you the mom, but you're also taking care of the house. You're also working a full-time job. It's like women have it so much harder. It's like, I don't know. It's just, I'll get there when I get there. Obviously, kids, that's going to be quite the adjustment, obviously, taking care of the kid and working and doing everything at the same time that I'm already doing. But, I don't know. I just want to embrace it. I want to just go, I don't want it to ever be like, oh, I have it harder than my husband. Like, oh, it's because I literally, my algorithm shows me, like, it's funny. Literally over the last year since I met Corey, I've been liking videos that are related to newly married couples, moms, babies, like taking care of babies, like all that shit. I've been liking all those videos. So I've been exposed to a lot, and I see a lot of like, complaining about how, I don't know. I think looking at me and Corey, it's going to be like a partnership where we're a team. And he literally said that yesterday. He gets out of the car. We barbecued at his parents' house, and that will be on the vlog, by the way. Patreon.com/tjms. Go check it out. It'll be out next month. He literally gets out of the car and he goes, I love that we're a team. We're such a good team. Like, we don't have issues. We just take care of business. That's the other thing. In the year I've known him, we've never fought once. I'm not saying that's, I just can't say how fucking rare what I have seems to be, because of what I grew up with in my household and the chaos. Honestly, it was a very chaotic household at times. I'm not saying all the time. It's kind of been a weird, like, adjustment to have total peace and no chaos, no toxicity, no jealousy, weird, like, shady, me worrying about what's on his phone, like, none of that. Like, literally, I never have any of those crazy thoughts or anything. Like, it's been weird. I almost told him, I was like, all right, almost home. I think I broke down. I was just like, Corey, there's nothing. Like, he's had a easy, compared to me, like, I think he's had a more, like, easy life where he doesn't have a lot of trauma and bullshit like I do. And I was like, I feel like it's all me. I'm the one with all the stuff, you know, it's always me. And like, you're just literally fucking perfect. And it's like, sometimes it's annoying because I'm like, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, I'm trying to, like, there's nothing fucking wrong with you. I don't know if anyone else out there in a relationship has that kind of dynamic where like your partner has never had a hard, I mean, it's not like Corey has never had anything hard in his life. Of course he has. But if you want to compare, it's just like, yeah, maybe, you know, I don't think I've ever, I mean, I don't know what I want to disclose and what I don't want to, but I don't think I've never really gotten into detail about my childhood. I don't think I've ever talked about like my dad and my relationship. Like I mentioned, you know, I FaceTime my brother, my sister, and my mom. I didn't FaceTime my dad about this engagement. I didn't talk about, you know, I don't talk about him on this. Like that's a whole part of my life that I choose, or I've chosen so far. This is my third year of podcasting, to not get into detail about. So yeah, anyways, did I even finish everyone's questions? I do apologize. I feel like I was getting on a tangent. When did you know he was the one and that you would say yes? Let me talk about, you know, maybe I'll end this episode with how we met. Should I do that story? Because that's probably a key story you want to know. I don't know if I've talked about it before. I mentioned Hinge. So how did I know he was the one? That's a funny question. Like there wasn't really a moment. I think there were a collection of moments with him where I was like, yeah, I could literally spend the rest of my life with him and this would be the funnest fucking life ever. So obviously I've been thinking about, we've talked about the future for maybe like the future, meaning marriage, and like I'm on his fucking he's on his Pinterest and there's like engagement rings like popping up, like his algorithm was showing him engagement, like, I don't know, a month in. I mean, not that he was planning on proposing that early, but how did I know? It's just like, yeah, a collection of moments. I'm trying to think if there's something specific. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than, you know how people say like, oh, marry your best friend. It's like such a cliche. Marry your best friend. Marry your best friend. It's not like I've known Corey for 10 years. It's not like we've been friends forever. It's not like he's a high school sweetheart, my best friend like that. It's not like we have all this history together. But in the year I've known him, I mentioned how much humor is important to me and how much laughter is important to me. I have just never felt more safe and comfortable and at ease to be 100% who I am without judgment or changing or anything. It's like, and then when I'm with him, like I said, it's like hanging out with myself. Like how did I know he was the one? It's like personality. If you're a man out there, let me tell you something. Get a fucking personality. All right. Get a sense of humor. If you don't have one, fuck. I mean, it is so, that's like such a big deal to women. Or like, I mean, obviously like that's such a, I feel like everyone says that, like humor, sense of humor, like making me laugh. Like if you can make a girl laugh, I mean, but his type of humor, his brand of humor matches mine so well. And because my brain is so comedically oriented all the fucking time, like I said, I can't take anything seriously. Like I'm always, everything's like I fuck around, have fun all the time. And I, you know, in public, at the grocery store, in the car, on the way to the gym, at the gym, like I'm not a serious person, neither is he. And his brand of humor matches mine. And I think that is so fucking important because I came out of a relationship, my previous one, where I was reprimanded for saying something sexually inappropriate in the grocery store, something like, you know, if I made a comment about someone's ass or whatever, like I'd be reprimanded, I'd be shut down, like cut off, like don't say that, it's inappropriate. It's like, that'll fucking never work. Like I've dated squares and Corey's a circle. Okay. He's like a beautiful trapezoid. I don't know. He's got a lot of layers and variety and levels and angles. What am I saying? You know, there's so much depth to his personality. He's smart. He's talented. He's handsome as fuck. Like he's got all these goddamn great qualities. I mean, this is just one big gushing lovey-dovey episode, isn't it? I mean, how did I know he's the one? Honestly, like how he treats Louie, like how he talks to Louie, how he's so sweet and so loving to Jimmy. Like he's so loving. Like I can't, his sister has a baby, like two kids now, but when he first held his sister, his nephew, it was like, my God, my heart burst. I was like, just the way he is with little babies. Oh my God. He's a great, yeah, I don't know. There's so many moments. I think, well, when did he say I love you? It's when I told him I played Halo in middle school. That's when he said he loved me. I said, yeah, I used to play Xbox Live in middle school in 7th grade, and I used to play Halo 3, and it was my favorite game. And I literally go home from school every day and fucking play it against the boys in class and kick their ass. So he said I love you after I told him that, because he used to play Halo and he loved playing Xbox growing up. I don't know. Yeah, it was crazy. So when we first met, there were so many moments where we'd figure out like, oh, we like the same things, or we have the same opinion about something. And I can't tell you how many times, like the first month of dating, where he pointed to the sky and thank God. Like I'd say something, he'd like point to the sky and be like, thank you, God. Thank you for bringing her to me. Thank you for bringing her to me, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because what's sad, and I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I guess it's a tough dating pool here in San Diego for guys and girls, sure. But I was doing like bare bones basic girlfriend shit from day one, or like since we were, you know, a couple. And he would like, and I don't know if he's being extra, or like, I don't know if he was like overreacting just to be like complimentary of me. Okay. But I would do the most basic bare bones shit. And he made it seem like no woman in his life has ever doted on him or made him feel special or did anything for him or helped him, or like, I'm trying to think of an example. I don't even know. Like maybe one morning if I went to the gym and, you know, he went with his buddy to the gym or whatever, we'd like come home at the same time, I'd show up with coffee for him. And it was like, oh my God, it's just like little gestures. Like I would just do them out of the goodness of my heart. But he made it sound like, oh my God, this is like unbelievable. You did, like, what's another example? I mean, it was all in the beginning, and I was just like, damn, you've had it rough. He's like, yeah, you know, I guess we joke about our exes. I think what's nice about our relationship was it's out in the open. We don't have to like conceal and hide like our past. We know everything about each other's past. But he really painted some funny pictures to me about how like, it's like he'd go, yeah, you know, there are these, maybe I shouldn't air this out on my podcast. I don't know if they're fucking listening. I don't care. Just, he made the girls in his past sound like, and so we all know I've dated total dickhead cheating assholes. Okay. I've talked about my relationships on here. Also womanizers, just complete loser idiot men. I've been literally like treated like shit by men in my life. Okay. I've had a bad bag of, I mean, all these guys, the thing is you could probably say this about your exes. It's like you like them for a reason. They have great qualities, but there's like a part of them where it's like they're trash human beings. Okay. So same goes for Corey. He's had that experience with women he's dated, but he's like, you know, in Southern California, it's like, you know, where's my handbag? It's been 6 months. Where's my Louis Vuitton? And it's like, you know, why, you know, you pay, the man does everything for the girl. They're entitled. It's like they expect. He's like, Jacqueline, you're just happy to be here. You're just grateful for everything. You always say thank you. It's like a year in, take you to dinner, you still say thank you. Like, just the little things you do. I'm not used to. I'm like, oh my God, maybe that's what I could I could educate people about, is like how to be a good fucking girlfriend and like just make your man feel appreciated, because that is so important. Like the little things you say to them, like, but being an entitled snot-nosed brat, expecting shit from your man and expecting like superficial crap, like fucking yeah, where's my Louis Vuitton, it's been 6 months, where are my Louis Vuitton shoes, where, you know, get my nail, I want you to pay for my nails every 2 weeks, and if you like me to have nails, you should be paying for it, you should be getting what else is a girl thing, like you should fly me to this place, take me to this restaurant, private jets please, I don't know, all that shit you see on Instagram, like, you know, all the flashy lifestyle shit. It's like, if you expect that, it's like, you're fucking delusional. You're also super replaceable. You're not special. Like, that's the thing. He was telling me, he's like, if you treat a man like that, it's just, God, you're an idiot. It's a superficial Southern California world. And I guess he got wrapped up with some rotten eggs around here, or bad apples, sure, with great qualities, of course. I don't want to shit on people out there, obviously, like I don't even know them, but god damn, when I hear about his past, I'm like, fuck, crazy fucking stories. I'm like, yeah, just psycho shit. I've done some psycho shit, but anyways, I guess that's the podcast. But yeah, it just amazes me. What I was getting to is, it just amazes me how the basic things I would do for him in the beginning, or even now, he was like in shock about. I'm like, call me a Southern belle, bitch. Call me a fucking 1950s, like old school millennial. It works. Okay. It fucking works. It's like the basics of that it's like treating people how you would want to be treated. And when a man like Corey, when he provides for me, when he takes me to dinner, when he takes me traveling, like when he does, like the least you can do as a girlfriend is just like thank him, be appreciative. If you're on a goddamn trip, it's fully paid for by your man. If you're out to dinner, he pays for it, and you cop an attitude. If you fucking act like, you know, I'm on this trip, we're in Tulum, where's my handbag, like go buy me a watch, or like whatever. If you're acting entitled, like take me on a shopping spree and shit, or like if you even fucking put up an attitude about dumb shit, it's like you're stupid. Just it's like, I know that sounds like controlling, like just be pleasant. That's what men want. They just want a pleasant wife. They just want a pleasant girlfriend. They don't want a girl to cop an attitude or put up a fight about anything. I'm just saying the content of what you're upset about, or like the context, is important. It's never over. Like what he's described to me is so superficial and so fucking dumb. Or girls in his past be like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm just used to this. This is how guys have treated me in the past. I'm just used to getting taken care of 100%. It's like, that'll never work. You have to be, even if you want your man to pay for everything, and like you don't want to work and you just want to be doted on, you have to, there's ways you provide. It's a partnership. It shouldn't be one-sided where the man's doing all the work and you're not doing anything. It's like when we travel, it's like I'm checking out the hotels, I'm checking out the dog sitter, I'm putting in that kind of effort, you know, I'm grocery shopping, I'm cleaning the house like when he's gone, and like it's not like I just expect him to hire a maid, like hire a travel planner, like no. But again, like I don't know why I'm on such a long tangent about this. What's fucking crazy to me is how he made it seem like no one has ever done that for like he's never really had like a partnership before. So yeah, and I can't really say that about myself either. I feel like my relationships compared to this one in the past were very like, I don't know what the word is, like elementary, like stupid, like immature, like yeah. I've never been with someone where I don't feel like they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like that's always been an issue when I've dated guys in the past. I always felt like they're just not, it's not all in. They're still kind of playing the field, I guess, or they're not really done dating and they don't really want to settle down. So, My advice to women out there is go 10 years older. It worked for me. 10 years. That's our difference. And it's great. Okay, one more quick browse at your Q&A questions. I think I actually got them all. What are you most looking forward to getting married? Awkward moments, I already answered that. I wrote a little note here on my paper. This is something so stupid. You know how I mentioned how I feel like, you know, all special and grown and mature now that I have a ring on my finger? I don't know. Just did something to me in that way. I also like, I immediately bought, so a few things I bought when I got engaged. I got these sink stopper things so the ring doesn't get lost down the drain. Immediately bought those from Amazon. And then I got a new Apple Watch strap because I've been sporting, I think I have it here, go to YouTube to watch. I've been sporting this like ugly, like, yeah, sporty wrist strap on my Apple Watch. And I was looking down at my hand and I was like, oh God, no, this isn't going to work with the ring. Like, this looks like shit. So I got this Rolex. It's not a Rolex strap, but it literally looks like I think Corey told me it's called Jubilee, this wrist strap. It's like it's made for the Apple Watch. It's like a more classy Apple Watch strap. I mean, the Apple Watch with the ring still kind of looks funny, but I'm not going to stop wearing my Apple Watch. I like live and die by this thing. So, yeah, I got a new wrist strap. Another dumb shit thing I've been doing is shaving. I shave my arms as it is. Okay. I've been shaving my arms since like high school, but now I'm like, if there's a little tiny hair on my arm, I like want them to be bare. I want them to be, I just want my hands and my arms to look like perfect. So yeah, like no arm hair, new watch, wrist strap for my watch. Also, so when I met Corey at that time, like I was just painting my nails, or I had bare nails. Like I wasn't really a nail girl. And then he told me he likes fake nails or like long nails. And he's like, do you ever get your nails? And I was like, no. So for my birthday, I think that's when it started. He like had me go get my nails. It's not like he forced me to do this. I wanted to. I was like, oh, that'd be a nice treat. So I went and got my nails done on my birthday. And then I kept doing fake nails for like 6 months, like long ones. And honestly, I don't like getting my nails done. I don't like it. It's such I don't know, like a chore to sit there for so long. And then also they just destroy, like the acrylics destroy your nails. I feel like it's a lot of chemicals. I don't know. So another thing I did is I bought a gel manicure kit so I could have nice gel nails and do them at home. I know those are also bad chemicals, and I know that UV light's not the greatest, but yeah, I did like this baby pink, and so I'm all about like my hands and my arms now and my accessories. I'm like, okay, like I think I need maybe another ring on the other hand and then like a new bangle or something. So dumb, but like it's kind of fun. Being engaged is fun. I feel like I'm re-inspired by life, and just like I just want to be like the best version of myself for my man and for myself, really for me, and just elevate. You know, I just really want to elevate, redo the fucking pantry, elevate the home, elevate my style, elevate. So yeah, shaving my arms. What did I write? Nails, shaving, watch band. I think that's it. I can't fucking believe I'm engaged. Like I can. It's real now. It's been a week. I'm used to it. But it's such a whirlwind. The fact that, oh, I didn't tell you guys how we met. Like we met a year ago and now we're engaged. Should I quickly tell that story? Whatever. I made a Hinge profile the day I broke up with my ex. That's an entire episode I've already recorded. If you go back, I forget what number it is. It's called I Got Cheated On and Dumped His Ass. That's the title. That happened. I immediately downloaded Hinge. I set up a date the next day after I dumped him. Okay, I know. It's like, if you really love the person, I mean, you wouldn't jump into a relationship that quickly, right? Is that what they say? Okay, fucking, I don't care what you do when you get broken up with, or break up with someone like I did. I get busy. Okay, I go hard in the paint with the dating. I was literally just on a dating rampage, like matching with guys on Hinge, going on dates like nonstop for like 2 weeks. And at the time I had matched with Corey. I remember his profile. I remember thinking he was really handsome and everything. He had like a golf picture in one of his pictures, and a couple things I did before I met him. So my age range at the time and my height range were out of his, they were not in his range, or what am I saying? They would not find him on Hinge. So, and maybe location. No, did I change that to like 20 miles? I think I did. I had it within 1 mile of my home because I wanted to be able to like quickly go on dates and not have to drive far. So I lowered my height to 6'3" and 6'3" plus. If you know anything about me, you know, another maybe fucking, is this a red flag of mine? I don't know. Not even a red flag. You like what you like, bitch. I like all my exes were over 6'4". Okay. Corey's the shortest guy I've dated. He's 6'3". So before I met Corey or matched with him, I dropped my height on Hinge to 6'3". I changed my distance to like 20 miles because I'm like, okay, I'm going to broaden this. And then I changed the age to, I think the highest I had was 36. I think I changed it to 37. So, or something, like I went up a year, and we ended up matching. So I had matched with him. I don't remember how the messaging went, if it was right away, maybe it was within a day or two, but he immediately got my number and asked me if I wanted to go golfing. And anyways, there was this delay. Like, I was going on dates. I was talking to other guys. He was one of them. He asked me if I wanted to go golfing. And I was like, I was honest. I said, at the time I got a new golf set and I really wanted to go to the driving range and learn how to swing. So I told him, I said, you know, yes, I want to go. Yes. But I'm waiting for my new clubs to get delivered because I had a duplicate or something. I got too into details. Like, Jacqueline, he doesn't even know all the details. But I had a duplicate club. Because I got this full set, I had to send back and get it resent. Anyways, I wanted to wait to get that in before I went on the date with him. He's like, oh, you know, you can use mine or whatever, which is true. I could have used his, but I made him wait. And then maybe 2 weeks went by after that. And he goes, do you still want to go golf? And I said, yes. And then we went on the date. The rest is history. On the second date, I puked on him. On the fifth date, I got his car towed. I've talked about this on the past episodes. Now we're engaged. Okay. Literally fucking crazy. But that's how it happened. Like, I was dating. He was single for like 6 months or so. Dating. We went golfing. Yeah, I'll never forget. We went to the driving range and he got my car got stuck because we went out to dinner and I kept my car parked at the driving range place, and my car was locked in there, and he figured out a way to get it out. I thought that was really hot, and he told me, like, just drive over this, you'll be fine. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap the episode now. But I want to tell you something that happened when my mom surprised me. She's gonna find out about this now because I know she listens to every episode, and she'll definitely be listening to this one. So, you know how I mentioned how I put together this like big balloon display for our anniversary for Corey earlier in the week, or earlier, Jesus, Jacqueline, I'm hitting the wall. Time to end the episode. The week he proposed, it was our anniversary. I put together a big balloon display. Well, something I got him for the anniversary was this photo frame that's like one of those digital ones where you can send pictures to it, and it's like a slideshow all day. They're really cool. Well, so for our anniversary, he walks into the bedroom and it's like sitting up there on the dresser thing, and it's got pictures of us. And, you know, every few pictures I incorporated a picture of myself, without a lot on my body. I wasn't wearing anything or barely anything at all. Okay. Use your imagination. Sexy pics on the fucking display for my man for anniversary. And the funny story with this fucking photo frame is that I thought, okay, this would be kind of cool. Like, have this at your office, whatever. He's like, no, let's just have it here at home. Obviously, the pictures, if guests come over, like, we'd have to delete them anyways, but we'll get to that. So, during our trip, our house cleaner came here and cleaned the house, and I had taken that photo frame and put it in the living room. And it was on. Okay. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm pretty sure this thing doesn't go to sleep mode and it's always on. And I was like Googling, like on the way home, we were like thinking about, oh my God, she probably saw your tits. Like she probably saw your naked photos. So, I was Googling the frame and the specs, and I was like making sure it was the right one. I was like, does this thing automatically turn off, or do you manually turn it off? Or it was like, no, it sleeps from like 11 p.m. till 7 a.m. every day, and then it turns on all day. So our maid fucking saw everything. And the story is when my mom came to surprise me here in San Diego. She flew here for the day. I already mentioned that story. Okay. So you know that part. Well, she almost got here. We have a code for our door. So Corey was going to have her come in the apartment and surprise us. Okay. You see where this is going? But the timing happened where she was at the mailbox and hid there. Okay. She showed up when we showed up pretty much at the same time. So she didn't come inside. Thank God, because when she's behind me, we come up the elevator. Corey's ahead of me. He knows we're both thinking of this fucking photo frame. Like we're both on the same page about it. And he's like, 10 steps ahead. I'm making sure I'm kind of delaying with my mom talking to her. Like he immediately walks in and I saw it in the corner of my eye. Just tits. Okay. Just my fucking tits on the screen. I'm like, thank God he walked in and he took it. He slowly just like stretched his arm or whatever and like turned it over. And then my mom went into the bathroom and then I ripped the cord out and like threw it in the bedroom. But Mom, now you know the story why we were being weird when you walked in. And also before recording, it's behind me and I had to like turn it because I don't even know how to delete the pictures. So we're kind of fucked if people come over, or, they'll just be in for a fucking, if I say if they'd be in for a fucking treat, I sound so full of shit. It's not anyways. So yeah, that's just kind of a funny story about, I feel bad for the maid. She's like really religious and, yeah, I don't know if she's ever seen perfect tits before. Sorry. All right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to my engagement story. Thanks for asking me all the questions. I hope I answered all of them. If not, you can always send me a DM, and I'll talk to you there, answer your questions there. Please, once again, hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now, so you never miss an episode, and review the show. 1 through 5 stars on Apple or Spotify. Do me a solid. I'm engaged. 5 stars, please. 5 stars for just, I don't know, having my little life dream come true. I've always wanted to get married and have a family someday and find my best friend and do this thing. And the word is surreal. I just think like once it happens, you're like, it's exciting. It's like, I want all the chapters of life. I don't want to just like do the same thing for my whole life and never build a family and never do, that part. That's such a goal of mine, or just something that I just feel like that's when you look back your life, like I want my kids and their kids and grandkids. Like I want to be old enough to experience all that. I want to have a lot of love and people and family around me. I want big family dinners and vacations, and like, I want all that. And so this is like the very beginning of that process where I get to build my life and be with my best friend and do this thing together. So it's so surreal. Sorry, back to my call to action for you. Review the show. Okay. Please. And for bonus content for an extra 2 episodes a month and a vlog, behind the scenes of Corey in my life, our life. What am I saying? Patreon.com/TJMS. Patreon.com/TJMS. Content's coming next month, which is literally in a few days, which is crazy. Once again, Patreon.com/TJMS. $5 a month for 2 extra podcasts and 1 vlog. So pretty good deal if you ask me. I mean, I'm Jesus, Jacqueline, don't be a tacky saleswoman right now. I remember if you are an OG, if you're an OG of the podcast. Now, I started this back in September 2020. I used to do shout outs at the end of each episode of my patrons. So I would say their name or something. I remember I would call people. I used to do phone calls. That was the perk. The Patreon perk is, but now I'm doing bonus episodes and a vlog just on Patreon. We were thinking about doing YouTube vlogs, but the podcast is on YouTube and then like this full version, and then you see the behind the scenes on Patreon. So gotta pay to play if you want to be involved. We're gonna do Corey's gonna be on the podcast, which is gonna be fun. That's it. All right, love you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.